Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's project time again. This one's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to install another smart blind system. This one is going in my wife's office here. It's going to be a twofer. She wants some light control so that when she's in here watching something on her TV, she can completely control the light. There are options depending on what you want to do. You can keep blinds and install this system inside and have a complete blackout in one. Downside to that is when the shade is up, you don't have any privacy. So we're going to actually leave the blinds and I'm going to do an outside mount. This is how I've done my others in the home. So I already know I like that solution. And if you overlap it enough, it's still almost a blackout solution. But if you do need true 100% blackout, you just do the inside mount. And this company is pretty unique because they have some ridiculously large sizes. I could have done my entire door wall. This is a very tall ceiling, so it looks smaller than it is, but that's over 10 feet wide. They have one that fits on the inside if I wanted to do that, but I'm going to keep my curtain there as my blackout because it also does acoustic duty. But when I'm in here watching a movie, now I won't have to shut the door because this will also tie in with my smart home. So I can give voice commands. There's a wall plate, there's a dedicated remote, plus it can integrate with my normal smart home and my Harmony remote system and all that. So it's going to be completely automated, just like my other ones. All right, let's get it unboxed and throw it up. Very sturdy box. This is like concrete hard. The caps are actually screwed in. No damage. So here's everything directly out of the package. Got our remote. We'll be unboxing this really quick, taking a look at it all. I assume that's going to be the wall plate. Got some brackets here to the wall. Now I know from doing many other things in the house, I'm going to need a masonry bit. This is a block house with a little bit of gap between the block and the drywall with furring strips. So I'm just going to drill straight in through for the top brackets. Got a USB cord here. Now I also opted for a solar panel. You can get this as a plug-in or battery operated. And if you get battery operated, you have multiple options for charging. You can put the motor on the left or the right-hand side. There's a solar panel option. So this does get plenty of sun on the, obviously, outside of the window. So all you have to do is mount the solar panel towards the sun, towards the outside, and you never have to worry about it, and no cords. Yay! What's in here? Oh, that's a solar panel. I wasn't sure what shape it was going to be. So that's nice. Solar panel user manual, and then the install and user guide. And it is Matter compatible, so these days that means you're going to be use this with pretty much any smart home stuff out there, including voice control. Do not unpack. All right, so they want us to take a look at the wall plate after it's all installed. That's fine. I'll unwrap it and compare it to the other stuff I've got. I use Lutron Caseta in the whole house. And the really cool thing is it's a surface mount wall plate, so there's no electrical wiring to be done. This is basically a remote control that you just stick on the wall, but it looks like a normal house plate. And Lutron has the same thing. These are the normal switches, but if you have a 2 or 3-way, all you do is use a Lutron stick-on remote right here. A little button in the middle means that this one is a remote. So this actually comes off if you don't want it in the wall plate. You could use this handheld or stick it wherever else you wanted. So this is basically what the blinds give you. So I'm going to set everything else aside, unwrap the blinds here. We'll take a look at those, and then I'm going to start reading through the manual. Should be pretty self-explanatory. Put up a couple brackets, snap it into place, plug stuff in. So I've got a 2-page just quick guide if you're already familiar with what you're doing, just a quick order of operations. We've got a dedicated guide for connecting it to your smart home and using all of those features, and then the actual install guide that goes through the great detail of how to measure and put stuff in and get the best results for whatever you're looking to do. And just quickly perusing through the smart guide real quick, it does support Apple, Amazon, Google, SmartThings, or up to 2 at once. In my case, I've got all of them, plus Home Assistant, plus other stuff. I'm going to default to SmartThings because that'll give the fastest response out of any of them. Give myself some working light here. So you can see houses are pretty close here. We've only got 14 feet or so and other windows there. So we like to keep the blinds always shut just for privacy. But the shades will give us the light control as well. Now, because I'm doing an outside mount, I got to remove this little tray the wife put up here for her remotes and stuff. And yeah, it's just double-sided tape. Need 2 hands to take that off. Darn it. Well, that didn't freaking work. Man, I had no idea the command strips were that sticky. I would have expected it from 3M tape. But I mean, that's got like almost no adhesion. I didn't put this on. I don't know why she used 4 strips, but it didn't matter because, man, that was almost glued on. I think I can repair this and barely even see it. I saved the paint chip. Well, good enough for right now, but I'll touch it up with some paint. Actually, I just thought the blinds should come out to about here, and she's going to put that shelf back up, so it'll be right over it. Never mind. They give 3 brackets, although this is small enough where you only need 2. So this will mount to the wall, and then we have a quick release here. The blinds just snap right up into it. So this will be the top side corner. And then plenty of screws and inserts and some double-sided foam for something. So for the install dimensions, it depends on exactly what you ordered, how you need to measure. That's because there are tons of options. And I'll show you once I get it unwrapped and on the wall, but so much is configurable, not just colors, materials, but shapes and sizes of everything, the valance, the footer, the blinds itself, I mean, everything. So the wife chose a white aluminum square valance. So we give a dimension of 3 3/8 for total height from the bottom up to the top of the bracket. And then they want you to give 4 inches from either side to the side brackets. And then obviously a center one if you're going to use that. So I just need to measure the total width, find my center point, find 4 inches in or thereabouts. And then that will determine where I mount up above the window. And trust me, always, always use your own level. A laser is best, but even just a bubble level. Never trust that a ceiling, a corner, or even a window frame is actually level, plumb, straight, anything. You can see that, well, hopefully you can see that this one, block the light from the window there, it's slanted. Got a gap on that side, meets the corner on that side. So if you were to measure up from the window frame or down from the ceiling, when the blind extends, it's going to be crooked. And you're going to notice if it's bad enough, it might not wind up straight over time, might start to hang crooked. Just make sure that you measure correctly. Got my spots marked for the holes. And I'm using a 1/4 inch masonry bit. That's the perfect size for these inserts. And the brackets are up. And another big warning here, just unwrapping them, not to power them on before you're fully installed. And I like this touch. Others I've had didn't do this. It says to keep them all wrapped up, just a paper wrap here on both sides, until it's actually installed on the wall. That way this isn't flopping around and getting in your way. Makes it really convenient. All we have to do to install them is just snap them into the brackets. And there we go. So it's just floating on the brackets. It's not locked into a particular place. So you can see that I just eyeballed it, putting it up there. I just need to slide it all to the left a little bit to get it centered. There we go. Didn't know I put it on backwards. I just got to flip it around. Well, that's better. So you've got the option on the wall plate to either self-adhesive, which I'm doing here, or screw them in. This is the backing plate, and then the holder snaps into place on that. And then the wall plate is just basically a handheld remote, just like the Lutron. So I just pop the back off, and I'm going to pull the tab and activate the battery, snap it all back together. And I'm going to put it right here next to this light bank here. Got the fan, got the light. This is the fan remote control holder. So that'll look nice just sitting right there. There we are. And for the handheld remote, we also have a little bracket and some sticky tape. So I'm going to wait until I get it down in place to know where she wants to mount this, wherever she wants. I'll let her do that. And they do also provide batteries for the remote. Now everything should be paired at the factory. Let's see if it does anything. Let's try down. Hey, nice. I didn't even notice where the battery was. I didn't look since I have the solar panel. So this is the first time coming down. It is adjustable in rate. So I'm assuming this is going to be a slower speed. This is about normal. This is like the other ones I have in the house. So I'm just going to leave it here, but you can speed it up, and they just note that it does get a little bit louder. Oh, that works great. Let me turn the room light off here and shut the door. Now this is not total blackout. And believe me, it's showing up way brighter on the phone. Let me turn it down to what it actually looks like in person. There we go. So that's what I see with my eyes. And that's about a 5-inch overlap on both sides, just so you know what it looks like with an outside mount. If you need blackout, again, you can get it. You just have to use the inside mount. Let's come back up. Very nice. It's actually quieter. Oh, you know, it might have been the first time it was unrolling, but I was going to say it's really quiet going up. Let me try down again just to see if that was the motor noise or the, yeah, that was just the crinkling of the material rolling out for the first time. It's just about silent. Love it. All right, let's continue. And just so you know, the only reason there's even that slim bit of light is because it's hitting the windowsill. If you program it exactly, you can have this stop right on top of the windowsill and actually seal against the wall. All right, for the solar panel, I got the indoor option. There is an outdoor option as well. They give you a screw kit for it, but there's also just double-sided tape. So you just put this anywhere in the window where it's going to get sun. I'll just put it up in the top corner. You won't even see it with the blinds tilted anyway. And then there is a note here to fully charge the battery before you start to use the solar panel. So they give you a nice long USB-C cable. And I just got a battery bank here, so I'll just set it on the desk, and your port is right there. There we go. Can't even see it. So that'll sit up there and charge, and it's charging now. Doesn't require direct sun, and I can tell you these things sip power. Even if you don't have a solar panel, you can use this 3-4 times a day, and it's still going to last 6+ months between charges. And you just plug it into a battery bank a couple hours later. Once or twice a year is all you're going to do if you don't have the solar panel. So don't think that's a necessity. That is simply a big convenience. But if you use it a lot, that will definitely save you a hassle. So let's put these blinds back to the way they should be. And then I want to lower this so I can tell you about some of the options in it. Now, this is, like I said, highly configurable. First of all, you've got choices on materials, on colors, all different kinds of, not only the actual shade material, but the valance. This is aluminum. You got white, you got black, you can get fabric, you can get it rounded. This is white squared. You've got options for the bottom here. This is a matching rectangular in white. It doesn't look white just because it's picking up the room light here. Color balance is a little off, but you can get fabric wrap, so it just looks like one big continuous blind, all sorts of options. And of course, almost infinite number of size options, both length and width, going up many feet. So now I'm going to add it to my smart home. And the first thing is to disconnect any charging cable into the motor. Now you just follow the instructions for whatever you are going to add yours to. For SmartThings, I'm just going to open my SmartThings app, add a Matter device, scan the QR code, put it into pairing mode, and then I can do what I want with it in my smart home. If it's convenient to reach up in the motor, you can use a little pen or a paper clip or whatever and use the little recessed button to enter pairing mode, or you can use one of the remotes if you have that. It's just a button sequence. And you've got 2 minutes once you get into pairing mode to go ahead and pair it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alexa, close Ashley shades. Oh, yeah. So I'll put a link down below. And if I can get any kind of discount code for you, I will also include that. Definitely check these guys out. That is a fantastic quality shade. That's it. Hope it helps. See you next time.